Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan and welcome to my channel. I would love if you could subscribe down below and join our little fam. Today I have a Selena Gomez Met Gala inspired look. As soon as I saw this look, I really wanted to recreate it because I just loved how glittery it was and how the skin was really bronzed. I know that some people didn't like this look, but personally I really liked it, so that's why I recreated it. So I know if you've watched my channel before, you're probably wondering, Megan, I'm sure Wednesday is your weekly vlog day. Yes, it normally is, but I wasn't really doing anything this week and I didn't want to bore you with a vlog, and because it wasn't a Met Gala, I thought I'd load a makeup tutorial from that because I really wanted to do it. But there will be a video today and there also will be one on Friday, but there's not a vlog this week, but there definitely will be next week. So if you are missing the vlogs, there's one next Wednesday, don't you worry. This is the photo here in case you wanted to see it. This is what I recreated. So I'll leave a makeup artist who did it down below and a link to his Instagram in case you want to check out the original look. But I thought I would do my take on it. If you want to see this video, just keep watching. I'll leave every single product that I've used down below in case you want to recreate it. Yeah, let's get into it. So starting off with, as you can see, I've already done one eye just because I wanted to practice it. And it's actually so hot in here right now and I'm in a long sleeve top. And I can't open the window because otherwise you can be able to hear so much background noise, so we're just going to have to roll with it. I've already primed my eye, so for that I used the Makeup Revolution, what's it actually called? Conceal and Define. This one's in the shade C4, which is a bit lighter than my skin tone. So on this picture it looks more like greeny based gold for the eye, whereas on quite a lot of them that I've seen from natural lighting, you can find a photo. So on this one from natural lighting it looks a lot more yellow, so that's what I went for. Because I feel like what it looks like in natural lighting is more what it will look like in person. I'm going to try and use more drugstore makeup today just so you can all recreate it so easily at home if you want to. So first of all, using something so cheap, I'm using this MUA eyeshadow and this is in the shade Chestnut. You might have seen this before, it was in my £20 makeup challenge. But I don't really feel like she had too much definition to her eyes, but I feel like I want a bit of something just to start off with so I know where I'm going. I'm going to take this shade and a fluffy brush. This one is a B06. It's just like a standard blending brush. I'm just going to dab my brush a tiny bit and tap loads of it off. And then I'm just going to kind of go a bit higher than my crease. This is just so I know where everything is going to go on top. Built that a tiny bit very slowly. As you can see, it's nothing dramatic at all. It's just kind of to get a bit of shape so I know where I'm going. But as you can see from the photo, she has quite a winged out look. So to kind of trace that out and see where I'm going with that, I'm going to take a white eyeliner. So I just took the Natural Collection eyeliner. This is the white shade. It's actually just called white, so they must only have one. But I'm just going to take this one because one, it's drugstore, and I said I was trying to keep it quite drugstore. But it's actually not really pigmented, so I thought for this kind of tracing it out, when you put shadow over the top, you're not really going to be able to see it. What I'm going to do is take the eyeliner and just trace out where I want it to be. So like I said, this isn't very pigmented. So all I'm going to do, you might not even be able to see this on the camera, you know, because it's just not pigmented. But I'm just going to build up where it is. So basically what I'm doing, and I'll try and actually get it in shot, is I'm drawing like where you'd cut your crease. So if you're doing a winged liner, you'd go from here and then you'd go up. So I'm going to take the eyeliner and almost do the same but with a pencil. So just holding the eye. Don't worry about this being neat, and I know it looks a mess, but it's just because it's just an outline, so you're not going to be able to see this when the shadow goes over the top, as you can see. I'm just joining them up. I'm going to kind of build up the lid shade and then add the glitter. So as you can see, she did go for a really glittery look, and I did actually really like how she did her makeup. I know some people didn't, but I really liked it. I'm going to take this shade here. This is from MUA again, and I can't really see in the viewfinder right now, so I'm hoping it's in shot, but it's so sunny. This is in the shade Shimmer. Maybe I'll just show you, you know. So I really hope you can see that. If you can't, I will leave it down below, but it's in like Shimmer, I don't know. It's just underneath the MUA. And it's like a goldy colour with a bit of like bronze in. Pack my brush with it, tap it off, and then literally just pack it on where the outline is. Just building all this colour up until where I've stopped the line. You can see it's not necessarily the colour we want, but it's a base. Also have done our eyes first, so anything gets on the skin, it really doesn't matter because you can clean it up. Back, I've just changed my top. You can't even see it. It's like the one that I wore last video. It's like a sports bra. And I feel like the lighting's completely changed, so we might be back to like not in shot, but we're just going to roll with it. For the next stage of building up the lid shade, I'm going to take my Sofa X Makeup Revolution palette, and I actually really like this. I'm going to take this greeny shade here in the middle. And I know it doesn't look like her eyeshadow is green, and obviously in the end it doesn't look green, but I'm just trying to build it up. So just taking this on a flat shader brush and just packing that green on top of where I put the other shade. Building this up. I don't feel like there's really too much to say about it because you can see what I'm doing, if you know what I mean. I'm going to take the glitter that we're using. So I ordered this the other day when I saw the look, and I was like, I really want to recreate this. So I found this, and they sell it on Mistpap, and it's called the Stargazer Glitter Shaker. It's almost like a really yellowy gold. I'm not going to use a glitter glue purely because I don't have one. I do actually need to get a glitter glue, don't I? Because I have glitters and I just don't use a glitter glue. But I'm going to use a setting spray. This one is the NYX Matte Finish, just to make it all stick. I do feel like if I was to do this again, I would use a glitter glue, because otherwise all the glitter drops into your lashes, which I have done on this eye. So if you can see any glitter in my lashes, that will be why. So definitely, if you're going to do this and you want it to last a really long time, use a glitter glue. I'm just going to spray my brush, just give it a little shake, pack my brush and place it on top exactly in the shape that it was. And you do need to pack this up quite a lot to get the like finished look. So just going to pile this on. Like I said, Selena had so much glitter on her eyes, so the more the better. Don't be afraid to put it on. Any of you seen the Met Gala looks? Who is your favourite? My favourite looks were Ariana's, because I just think she always slays it. She always has such nice outfits, and I loved her like theme because it went with the theme so well. Also really like Selena's. As you can tell, I'm recreating the look. I also really like Kim Kardashian's. I think hers looked insane, or I should say Kim Kardashian West. But I loved her eye makeup. Marriott always does such a good job of her makeup. Literally, if any of you have never seen Mario, his Instagram name is Makeup by Mario. He does Kim's makeup all the time, and he's literally insane. He's so talented. I've actually put some of my favourite looks on my Insta story, so I'll put them in my highlights and you can see what I'm talking about. If you want to go check that out. I built gold up to however you want. I feel like on the picture, literally got going on my face. I feel like on the picture, Selena also had a bit of silver mixed in, just so it kind of reflected. So as you can see, this side's got silver and this side doesn't, so it almost reflects a little bit more. So I'm going to take the collection Glam Crystals, is this called? Glam Crystals Dazzling Gel Liner, and this one's in the shade Hustle. I know they have got a silver one, but this one has a bit more reflex. It is silver, but it's just got more reflex in it. So if I just show you up close, it's almost like... I'm just literally going to put this on the centre of my eye. And this is going to look really harsh at first, but we are going to blend it with a bit more of that glitter over the top. Like I said, just putting it in the middle of my eye. And then just to kind of blend this, I'm going to take that gold again, the same gold glitter. And I'm just going to put this, you're going to have to ignore my dog barking in a minute because I need to do this before it sets. And then I'm just going to blend a bit more of this gold over the top. There you go, as you can see, we've kind of got the base of it. So next what I'm going to do is, I feel like she had on the outer corner more of a bit of definition, like it's a bit of gel liner or something like that. So I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Gel Crayon 24-hour waterproof liner. This is just the black one. Take it, obviously, and just put it on the outer corner. Literally just put it straight on. Blend this in so it's smudged out. I'm going to put the same, almost like I'm doing a flick, but with no flick. That makes no sense, does it? So almost like I'm doing a flick. Just up here, as you can see. So it looks really harsh when it first goes on. So it's just here. And then I'm just going to blend this out again. That's all we're going to do for the eyes. So I'm just going to clean this up with a Q-tip. As I said, I am going to try and keep this all drugstore, which is hard for me because lashes is always the thing that I pay a bit more for, because I always use my Doll Beauty ones, as you know. However, in Selena's look, she didn't actually have really dramatic eyelashes, which I was quite surprised about when I saw the picture, because you would think that when she had really glittery eyes, she'd have really dramatic lashes, but that wasn't the case. That's not what her makeup artist did. So we're going to go for something a bit more natural than what I usually wear. I do actually have them on this side. I don't even know if you'll be able to tell, because they are quite natural compared to what I normally wear. These are actually from Primark, literally. I used to use Primark lashes ages ago, but I just feel like they look very fake, so that's why I did stop using them. But these are the full look ones, but they're not actually very full look, are they? To start off with, just going to use any mascara on my lashes. I always like to use this one when I'm wearing lashes, which is just from Collection, so that is actually keeping in with the drugstore. So all I literally do is place it on the lash. Literally, you can't really see I've already put it on because they're that natural. And then make sure the inner corners are stuck, because that's the most important thing when you put lashes on. And I'm also going to apply some of that same black liner that I used before, the gel liner. It's classed as a gel crayon, so. And I'm just going to put this in my tight line. Moisturiser, of course, I'm using the Soap & Glory Speed Plump. So, and this one's literally got not much left in at all, but I have another backup in my drawer. For primer, keep it in with the same drugstore. I'm going to use a mix of the NYX HD because I feel like that's so important if you're on a red carpet, and L'Oreal True Match Highlight. So these two together. This one kind of gets rid of redness on your skin. And I feel like Selena had a really flawless base. So I'm going to go in with this one first. I'm just going to use this brush to spread the product with because I don't really want to get my hands dirty right now. So it's all blended in. I think I'm going to go in with this, which is the L'Oreal True Matte Highlight in just the golden shade. And once again, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of this. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit and use the same brush. I actually never really use a brush for skincare products, but I much prefer how they go on. I feel like they just sit into your skin so much better than if you do it with your hands. For foundation, Selena had a really tanned skin. I think she had a spray tan the night before because she was really tanned. And then she also had a really flawless base. So I'm going to use my Maybelline 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I did actually do a base video of this before if you've seen that. But I'm literally just going to apply this. I actually think this is a really good dupe for the Huda Beauty one. So I'm literally just going to buff this. Well, not buff, bounce it into my skin. Because this creates such a flawless look. I'm going to go in with concealer, and I feel like she had quite a highlighted under eye. So I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution concealer and define it again, trying to keep it all drugstore. And I'm going to use C4 and C5. I'm going to kind of mix them together. I'm going to take a bit of C5 again, which is like more of a yellow tone. Oh, dip my hair in it apparently. And just add this one on top. I feel like this concealer is really nice, but it does crease a lot faster than some of the others I have. I don't know if that's just me, but that's what I found out. But it is like £4, so you can't really go wrong. So guys, we are back. The camera decided to actually cut out, but all I did while the camera cut out was I powdered my face and baked underneath my eyes with the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. I don't know how much of that actually picked up on the camera, but that's what I did. And I also filled in my brows while I was off camera, and just I used the NYX brow pomade as usual. And I think I set it with the Maybelline Brow Gel. I'll leave a link to my brow routine down below because everything in there is what I used on my brows today. And next I'm going to go on to highlight. For her Met Gala look, I feel like Selena had quite a glowy highlight, which I'm all about. I love a really in-your-face highlight. So that's what we're going to go for today. So I'm going to do my usual highlight routine. So I'm going to take my matte finish spray from NYX, spray it all in my face. That feels so nice when it's hot. Take my Iconic London Illuminator. I do actually normally do this before powder now, but I forgot. I'm just blending this in. I'm going to have to sort this lighting out once I've blended this in. I've blended that in. I'm just going to do, as usual, take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, which is actually balancing my viewfinder. I've blended that in. I'm just going to do, as usual, take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, which is actually balancing my viewfinder. Maybe I'll just do what I always do and blend the two. Mix the two and put them on my face. Very technical terms there, Megan. This combination of highlight is just like, boom, like come on. Going on the nose. She did have quite a highlighty look, so I'm gonna go for it. Down the tip. Next I'm going to do my bronzer because she had a really bronzy skin. So I know I said that I was going to use drugstore actually, but I feel like with my highlight and contour I always go more high end, so I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. As always, this is literally my favourite thing now. And I'm just going to apply this as my bronzer. I'm going to go in with a deeper one after because I feel like she was very, very bronzy. Because she did have a darker spray tan. that day. Baking Anyway bronzer, which has literally been destroyed. And this is actually really dark, so I'm just going to go ham with this today. Because she was very, very bronzy. I'm for a really nude lip. Like, it almost looked like a concealer shade. I don't really feel like she had that much lip liner on, but I personally like to make my lips a bit bigger. So I'm going to go in with the New Look lip liner, keeping it drugstore. And I'm not even sure what shade this is. I don't even think it says. Lip liner pencil. It literally just says lip liner pencil. So I'm just going to go on the outline on my lips. It's like the same colour as my lips. It said she went for a really nude lip. So the only lipstick that I have that is like really nude, like that nude, is this lipstick here from Makeup Revolution. It is actually called Nude. And you put it on, it's very light. It's a bit more pink, so we are going to fix it. As you can see, this is a bit more of a pinky nude compared to what Selena had on. So I'm just going to take any concealer we have. This is the only one I got left on the side now, so I'm going for this one, C4 from Makeup Rev, and I'm just going to put some in the middle. That's probably a bit too much. Blend it in. Just kind of playing with it now to try and get the colour that she had. I think I might go in a tiny bit more with the lipstick. So these actually smell like sherbet. So I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow now just to make the lips stand out a bit more, because I don't want it to actually look like I've just put concealer on my lips. Maybe not with this brush because that's going everywhere. So I'm going to take this brush. That's better. I'm going to take the Soph X Makeup Rev palette again, and I'm just going to take any of the brown shades because I feel like she had quite a brown lash lines. I'm just going to mix these two here. I'm just going to whack that under here. Maybe I'll use this mirror actually. I feel like she really had too much mascara on her bottom lashes, but I'm just going to add a tiny bit. Not much at all. I usually go ham with my bottom lash mascara. And then one thing that I just really noticed about her Met Gala look is she had a really glowy chest. So it's probably actually a good job that I changed this top. But I'm going to take the Iconic London Prep Set Glow, which I'm still not sure if I like or not. Because I feel like my spray might be faulty, you know. I think that's the problem with it. You know, like the bit here that like sprays out. Sometimes it sprays chunks. But I feel like I've used too much of it now to send it back. When I did say to Iconic London, they said to give it a really good shake. So that's going to be what I'm doing today. Shaking this so much. And then I'm going to go for it. I'm going to spray this over my face just to make sure it's really glowy. Test whether it takes my makeup off again. Because if you saw my testing video on this, you'll see what I mean. Hopefully it doesn't do it today. Shaking it so well. Not gonna lie guys, it did do it again, but we'll just blend it in. And that is pretty much the finished look. I feel like it is pretty similar, but I feel like I did quite a good job on the eyes. Let me just come closer so you can see. So if I just close my eyes. But yeah, apart from that, this is the finished look. I really did hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see any other celebrity inspired makeup looks, do let me know. Leave some comments down below who I should do, because I actually really enjoy filming this. Kind of recreating a photo. I think that was quite fun. Apart from that, I'll see you on Friday for a new video. Bye dolls!